on, Earthlings? We've got a two-part workout today for your CFK Power program, starting out with a strength portion and then going into an 18-minute conditioning portion. Our strength workout today is a lot of core work. So we got 5 sets of 10 slow V-ups plus 1 tuck-up. So how that's going to look for 1 rep is going to be 1 V-up plus 1 tuck-up. That'll equal 1 rep. We're going to do 10 of those, take as much rest as needed between sets, and that'll round off our strength portion for today's workout. After that, we've got an 18-minute conditioning piece. So as many rounds as possible of all these movements in 18 minutes is how this thing's gonna go. 40 mountain climbers, 30 goblet squats, 20 dumbbell front rack lunges, and then 10 dumbbell facing burpees. After that, kind of talk about this workout. We got 40 mountain climbers. You want to try to do those unbroken if possible, so move at a nice steady pace. Remember, this is a long workout, so we're not trying to max out that heart rate at the very beginning and first rounds of this workout. After that, we're going to go into 30 dumbbell goblet squats, so that's going to be with a single dumbbell or kettlebell, whatever you guys have at home. With that, you want to try to be able to do that in 2 sets, so make sure you pick a weight you're comfortable with moving with that. It might be the dumbbells, one of the dumbbells that you use for the double dumbbell front rack lunge. You can use the same set and just use one of those if you feel like that. Totally fine if you need different weights for that movement, but just make sure you can knock that out in 2. 20 dumbbell front rack lunges. We want to try to do that in no more than 2 sets, so make sure you pick a weight you guys are comfortable with for those dumbbells. And then 10 dumbbell facing burpees. On those, we want to move with control, making sure we're getting that full hip extension as we jump across those dumbbells. And that's our workout for today. Today's warm-up is a 5-minute AMRAP, so meaning as many rounds as possible of these movements as you can do in 5 minutes. Starting out with 30 seconds of high knees. On these high knees, I want you to think about bringing those knees up to the chest and brush those pockets like you're sprinting. So what it'll look like, staying nice and tall there, not leaning over. After that, then we got 10 Samson lunges each side. A couple ways you can do this. We'll take that big step out for that lunge. You guys can squeeze the butt here on the side of the knees down to get that good stretch in the hip flexor. You can also put those hands up overhead and lean over on each side. We'll spend about 3 to 5 seconds on each side and then switch legs. All right, so that's our Samson lunge. Then we've got a 10 dumbbell deadlifts. With these dumbbell deadlifts, we're going to pick these up in the suitcase carry. So we'll start with these dumbbells right outside the feet here, about at mid-foot. We're going to push those hips back, grab the back side of those dumbbells, put the dumbbell heads on the ground, squeeze the butt to stand here. Make sure those shoulder blades stay pinned back, nice and controlled down to the ground, and we got 10 reps there. All right, so we got 10 dumbbell deadlifts, then we're gonna go into 5 up downs. With our up downs, as we jump out, we're thinking about getting to that high plank position and keeping that core nice and stable. So we'll go ahead, hop those hands down, make sure they're stacked under the shoulders, hop out to that high plank. As we stand up, we want to think about showing our shirt to the other side of the room. Make sure you guys get that full hip extension, stand nice and tall. That's our warm-up. For today's strength session of today's workout, we got 5 sets of 10 V-ups plus tuck-ups. What that's going to mean is 1 rep is 1 V-up, 1 tuck-up, and we're going to do 10 of those for 5 sets. Take as much rest as you need to between sets. All right, so what that looks like, you guys can go ahead, find that dead bug position, point the toes, squeeze the quads here. We're looking to raise those shoulder blades up off the ground. We're going to slowly open up here, keeping that lower back pinned. We're going to find that V up. So nice and controlled here. After we get that V up, we'll go ahead and put those hands forward here. We can go into a slow tuck up or as slow as you can go on the way down. Going back into a V up as controlled as possible. Then going into that tuck up. All right, so we got 10 reps there. Make sure you try to go as slow as you can. And we'll get 5 sets of those, and then we'll get into our conditioning today. For our conditioning workout today, we've got an 18-minute AMRAP, meaning as many rounds as possible in 18 minutes of all these movements. First movement is going to be 40 mountain climbers. So 1 rep is going to be 1 knee to the chest. It'll be 20 each side. We'll go ahead and stack those hands under the shoulders. We're going to bring those knees to the chest here. Keep those that rib cage down. We're going to drive those knees to the chest. Notice I've only got 1 foot on the ground at a time. So that's going to be 20 each side for that movement. Next up, we've got dumbbell goblet squats. So I come over here, grab my dumbbells. Now with the goblet squat, you want to make sure that that dumbbell stays nice and close here. We're going to drop down into that squat, making sure we get that hip crease below the knee crease, drive the knees out, and stand. We've got 30 of those, so make sure you pick a weight there that you can rock out at least 15 reps each time you pick that dumbbell up. After that, we got 20 dumbbell front rack lunges. With our dumbbell front rack lunge, we'll go ahead, you can clean those weights up. Make sure you keep those elbows nice and high as we step back here. All right, you can do reverse, make sure that knee stays stacked over that ankle, and then stand. Or you can go forward, however you guys want to do those. So that'll be 10 each side. Then we have dumbbell facing burpees. With these dumbbell facing burpees, make sure you get that chest to touch to the ground, and make sure you stand all the way up, and you have a 2-foot takeoff as you go over those dumbbells. So what it'll look like. And that's our workout for today. We got 10 of those, 18-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have fun with this one.